Well, there's a Napa Valley wine that's been created just to support educational scholarships. 100% of the proceeds from Speratus Winery provide scholarship funds for low-income families regardless of their ability to pay tuition. With details on this very special wine is Kelly Trevethan. He is the owner of Alpha Omega Wines in Napa Valley, and it's through your winery that this special wine comes through.
That's
with the support, generous support of the Napa Valley, the entire Napa Valley wine community.
Correct.
So let's go to the very beginning.
Sure. Well, the genesis of creating Speratus was that I had gone to LaSalle High School and LaSalle College, delasalle, and St. Mary's here in Moraga. And after graduating, was asked to come sit on the boards of those two schools. And the message that we kept hearing, Rosie, was that we weren't reaching the poorest of the poor in our community. And our founder, St. John Baptist de La Salle, of the Christian Brothers Order, that was really his mission, was to reach the poorest of the poor in the community and provide quality-based faith education. So we started to think, and a group of investors had put together Alpha Omega Winery back in 2006, and I went to our winemaker and said, Jean, would you be willing to make wine for this project? We're going to sell it, we're going to generate scholarships for families in need to be able to send their children to faith-based institutions. And he loved the idea, and he's just an unbelievable winemaker, very passionate. And so we started the project about 3 years ago.
So 3 years old, and I understand that you've already made about $250,000 that you have donated towards scholarships.
Correct, correct.
Which is a lot of money in a very short time.
Well, again, we've been blessed with so many wonderful opportunities that have come our way. We've knocked on the doors of some of Napa Valley's most famous families who have been gracious.
Now, how do they support you? How do they support this project?
So we've had support in the form of grapes being donated, bottles, corks, capsules, silk screening, trucking, bottling, legal contract negotiations.
I've been around the Napa Valley for over 40 years, seeing the changes that have shaped this famous wine-growing region. There have been many changes in the wine industry, but one thing has always remained the same. If you start with a great foundation, you have an amazing outcome. I'm Andy Beckstoffer, chairman and founder of Beckstoffer Vineyards.
The hope many have is that their children will break through a cycle of poverty that has held down generations of their families before them. Key to this advancement is the opportunity to attend college. This starts, however, through a quality secondary school experience that can foster success, guide students in a loving and caring environment, and challenge them to reach their full potential.
A successful future starts with a successful education, and I am the first person in my family to ever attend college. Hi, my name is Omar Lopez. For me, my future almost evaporated before I even began. I felt guilty of forcing my parents to pay for an education where financial resources were scarce.
It is through education that a person's future can be envisioned. I know education is my only option if I want to help the rest of my family. The time I use now to study will pay off tenfold toward my future career. Speratus is Latin for the word hope.
I want to thank generous donors of the Speratus Project for supporting SHC in our peer program. Because of your generous support, I look forward to graduating from SHC and attending UC Berkeley. With your help, you're providing each one of us an opportunity of a lifetime.
I am Jean Hoefliger, winemaker and co-founder of Speratus Winery. The proceeds from the sale of our Napa Valley wines fund scholarships for those families in need to attend LaSalle School throughout California. I have been crafting ultra-premium Napa Valley wines for many years, from my tenure Chateau Lynchbach, Chateau Carbonieux, Newton Vineyard, and of course now at Alpha Omega in Rutherford. I have worked alongside some of the world's finest winemaking consultants, which has impacted my knowledge and has accelerated my education and allowed me to create world-class wines. Just as I have learned to improve my skills in winemaking, LaSalle education has improved the minds of many students who would have never had the chance to receive a quality faith-based education if it weren't for financial aid provided by generous individuals who cared.
I'm proud to be part of the Speratus Wine Project. Your purchase of these handcrafted Napa Valley wines goes directly to support those families in need, families who otherwise would not be able to afford tuition. This aid is necessary in order to help change the lives of these children. All of us here in Napa Valley who are standing behind the Speratus Wine Project, thank you for your support.
We've had a wonderful outpouring of support, like you said, from some of the finest restaurants here in the Bay Area. We've had the fine dining restaurants at Disneyland actually carry our wine. So we've had some wonderful names come up and say, wow, this is a great story. But the most important thing is it has to be good wine.
So why is it so good?
Well, why is it so good is because we have an amazing winemaker, John Hoefliger, at Alpha Omega. He constantly gets wonderful scores on all of our wines, which sell, you know, at 4 to 5 times what these wines cost. So the real wine consumer, when they get the picture, they can understand that they're getting Jean's wines for an amazing price. And I think that's what is important in the story too, is it's a quality product. The fruit that's donated from people like Francis Ford Coppola or Andy Beckstoffer or the Novak family at Spotswood or Kendall Jackson, Flora Springs,
So
and
top
the list
quality.
goes on and on.
All right.
To purchase these amazing handcrafted Napa Valley wines, which provide education for those in need, visit www.speratuswinery.com.